All right. Hi, everyone. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. This video will be on market equilibrium in economics. I've done the first video on demand, a second video on supply, and this video will focus on market equilibrium. If you haven't seen the first two videos, please go and watch them before proceeding with this video. All right, here we go. Market equilibrium. If you've seen the first video, you know we have a negative relationship between price and demand. So when price rises, demand falls. If you've seen the second video, you know we have a positive relationship on the other hand between price and supply. So when prices rise, supply goes up because suppliers want to earn more. Now in the middle, we have market equilibrium. So this is a balance. So here quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied, and we are balanced. The market is balanced, and then we have a market equilibrium. So where quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied. A quick search of the word equilibrium will give you this. So I got this from dictionary.com. Now the first definition says equilibrium is a state of rest or balance due to the equal action of opposing forces. So balance, keyword. Now the second definition says equal balance between any powers, influences, etc. Equality of effect. You have balance. The third definition says mental or emotional balance, equanimity, balance. So here in all three definitions, note the use of the term balance. Very important to us. Now let's talk about the price mechanism in the free market. Now in the free market, the price mechanism does two things. So for suppliers, it acts as an incentive. So as prices rise, this acts as an incentive, a signal to other producers that this is an industry they might want to enter to earn high profit. So prices rise, you might want to come here because you might earn more profits. So prices rise, number of suppliers rises, supply rises. Supply quantity. This is your supply curve. The prices rise, suppliers want to supply more, current suppliers supply more, other suppliers might be interested in entering the market as well. How about for demand, for consumers? Now for your consumers, the price mechanism is a rationing device. So as price increases, this reduces the quantity. So as price increases, it reduces the quantity. So let's have here our demand curve. So it's the opposite of your supply. Okay. So price increases, demand reduces. Okay. Now at equilibrium, we have a balance. Equilibrium occurs in a market when the quantity supplied equals the quantity demanded, and there is no incentive for this position to change. At this price level, the market is in equilibrium. The market is in balance. The quantity supplied is equal to the quantity demanded. Okay, and we get to this by changes in the price. So once again, price and quantity, you have your demand, you have your supply, right? When the demand is equal to supply, we have equilibrium. Okay. Right. Now let's look at this market equilibrium of potatoes. So on our vertical axis, we have the price of potatoes in pence per kilogram. Horizontal axis, we have the quantity in thousands of tons. Okay, so we'll just stick to 0, 100, 200, 300, and 0, 20, 40. Now, what happens when our price is 20? So price is 20. What happens to supply? Supply is 100. But look all the way at demand. All the way. And demand is what? 7 100. Okay, so you have an excess of demand over supply. Now what's going to happen in this market is suppliers will supply less than is needed. Okay, of course prices will have to go up. So if prices rise, price rises to 40, suppliers will supply 200, demand has dropped now to about 500. Okay, right? Prices rise further to 60, now we're at equilibrium because here the market is in balance. So about 350,000 tons will be demanded for by the market and will be supplied by suppliers to the market. So you can see demand is equal to supply in this market. So consumers want 350, suppliers supplying 350. There is a balance, okay? If prices rise further in this market, right? Prices rise to 80, demand will drop to about 200, and supply will be above demand at this point, maybe around what, 530 or so. Okay, prices rise even further, demand will drop even more, and supply will rise even more. So here we'll have an excess of supply above the equilibrium, and below we'll have excess of demand. But equilibrium we will be balanced. Okay, so there you have it. So what happens in the free market and why people advocate for the free market is because of what the free market does to this concept of equilibrium. So in the free market, if we have excess supply, the prices would fall to bring the market back to equilibrium. Take a look at this example. If we have a price of 80 pence per kg, what's going to happen to supply? Now, suppliers want to supply 530,000 tons, but demand is only around 200,000 tons. So there's an excess supply, there's a surplus of 330. So what will happen is prices will fall to bring us back to our equilibrium point. Okay, if on the other hand we are below the equilibrium point, there will be a shortage in the market. Okay, so here at 40 pence per kg, demand is way above supply. Demand is around 500,000 tons. Suppliers only want to supply around 200,000 tons. So there's a shortage of about 300,000 tons. So this shortage will force the market price to rise. Okay, now your class activity for this week is to show us where the equilibrium point is, but this market schedule and this market graph. Okay, so do this and I will see you later. Have a fantastic week, have a great time, a great day, and be good to yourselves. Goodbye. That's all, folks.